Burgerville, where you guys work, is all over the place. It's in Portland, it's in Washington State, and Senator Sanders actually just yesterday came out with a statement supporting your guys' fight for 15.
I'm from Vancouver, Washington, so just right across the river. Minimum wage there's $9.47, and that's the wage I make.
In Oregon, the minimum wage is $9.25.
Okay. How old are you?
I'm 25.
Okay.
I'm 26.
I'm 22.
We are the greatest country in the history of the world, but there is something wrong when, if current economic trends continue, the young people in our country will have a lower standard of living than their parents.
We can't survive on minimum wage. I'm struggling every month. I'm going into debt every month just having that job, just trying to support myself. Burgerville talks a lot about how they support the environment and they support sustainability, and they care about where their beef comes from. And what we're saying is, if you care about your beef, if you care about your cows, if you care about sustainability, you got to care about your workers, and you got to support your workers, and you got to have your workers able to sustain themselves.
They're making a lot of money, and I'm not making a lot of money, and my work is what's making them a lot of money.
What are the choices you make every month?
Sometimes I just don't buy groceries every month, and I live eating a meal a day. Where I have to choose having a house or having an apartment with two different roommates and paying my rent over just buying groceries for myself.
It's a struggle to pay my rent every month. It's hard to buy food.
Probably eating here quite a bit if you're...
Yeah, I eat at Burgerville quite a bit. They give us a 70% discount, so it's hard to pass up.
Okay. How's the burgers?
They're all right.
It's not just Burgerville, right? We know this is Burgerville is part of a larger system where paying workers minimum wage is the norm. We're doing this for ourselves because we need it. We're doing it with our coworkers because so many of us need it, but we're also doing it because, there's a whole low wage economy and so many people are facing what we're facing. And we see what we're doing as part of a larger vision for a world that focuses on human need instead of the accumulation of profit. And it's about the people at the bottom making that change, because I think that's where change comes from.
Real change never, ever takes place from the top on down. It always takes place from the bottom on up.
Thinking about politics and the election, and I think as a union, the Burgerville Workers Union, we don't endorse political candidates, and that's not something we're interested in. But I think there are some things, right, that we hear Bernie Sanders talk about that we think, there are some shared values between what we're about and what that campaign is about.
If people work 40 hours a week, they should not be living in poverty.
That's right. I think for us, we're excited about organizing where we are, the job that we're at, organizing with our coworkers to make our jobs better, but to make our lives better. And I think that other people should be doing that too, Where people are, people should be organizing to make that change for themselves, because I don't think anyone's going to do it for us. I think it's up to us.
I personally used to work in a different industry. I used to work in a machine shop where I made what I would consider at least a living wage. But I ended up getting a back injury and not being able to do that work anymore. So now I'm working food service, just trying to get by.
Did you go to school?
I graduated high school, and straight out of high school, I worked a different, handful of, food service jobs, and I found myself working at Burgerville.
Was college kind of an affordability issue for you?
It was never a decision that I could have in my mind to, I could never afford to just go to college. I grew up in a home where I didn't have a family structure where we had money to just send us to college.
There doesn't seem to be a lot of options for me. I could go to school, but I know a lot of people that went to school and they're back in food service again. Now they've got, making near minimum wage.
Couldn't get jobs out of school.
Couldn't get jobs out of school, and now they got student loan payments to make,
A lot of people are always talking about, I need to just get another job. I just need to find something else. But then when you're out there and you're looking for another job, it's the same thing, right? It's then people are getting a job at McDonald's, or people are getting a job at the restaurant down the street. It's a lot of the same.
a hopeful moment, what would you like to be doing in life? Whether it be work, a passion of yours, if money were no object.
I don't know. Money has always been an object.
Right now it's not. Right now it's not. Dream job.
Dream job. I mean, I don't know. It's a tough question for me. I mean, I guess I would just like the opportunity to like explore that question. But right now it's,
No, what's really interesting is like the inability to answer, because I think a lot of people in your position aren't even thinking about it.
Yeah, I think working in something you're passionate about is a luxury. I feel like really fortunate to have to be a part of this union, because I think it's something that I'm really passionate about. Standing up and fighting for something and trying to change things is scary. I think it's always scary, no matter what the situation is. And I think facing that fear together, and knowing that this is worth it has been incredibly transformative.